说一遍。
再说一遍是吧？
对。
Peter, you're handsome as before.
Ah, Well, there's only 4 of us, and this lady's husband will come back maybe later. And we have all this food to eat. 这是什么？
酸汤肥牛。
New, so it's cow, it's beef and noodles, with fried chicken. This is Kung Pao Jiding or Kung Pao chicken. This one is some fish done up in a fancy way. It's meant to look like a pineapple. It's called pineapple fish. This is gula ro or sweet and sour pork. This one is deep fried ice cream. This one is
eggplant
and pepper and potato. It's very, very delicious. This one is some corn, some green vegetable, mushroom and chicken and some meat.
Bean noodles.
Clear noodles.
Yeah.
So, how are we going to eat all this food? And they've also brought me some fried dumplings, to take away. So when I come back to New Zealand, I'm going to be even fatter than I was before. Sharing an elevator with a robot. Don't know where it's going, but let's find out. I'm assuming it's just delivered food to a room. Maybe it wants to take me somewhere. Job done. So this was the river we saw before. Pretty dirty, but anyway, we're having lunch here today. So it looks very nice inside. We're at some famous temple now. This tree is 1,500 years old. Doesn't look much from its age, but it's a beautiful little spot here. Very peaceful, lots of birds, which is unusual in China, especially in the city. And no people here. Very good. Anyone want some fucking coffee? Oh, it's made a mistake. Luckin coffee. This will be funny for you, David. These grassed areas. I've never ever seen a motor mower in China. I mean, they must have them now, obviously. And when I first come here, like this is, well, 25 years ago, these areas you'd see like 20 or 30 people out here, and they had scissors, household scissors, cutting the grass. But in those days, labour was a lot cheaper than what it is now. So I guess they don't do that anymore. You'd be right over here, Janet. The footpaths are quite smooth, but this lady thinks driving on the road's better. How's this for service? I ordered this online about 20 minutes ago. Some fried dumplings and another thing called xiaolong bao, which is and it's got a foil wrapper around it. And the guy knocked on the door, and here it is. Here's dinner. Well, quite happy with this little whatever it's called, hotel room. It's got all the bits and pieces. 2 single beds. Guess they think I'm not going to get lucky. Air conditioner. Oh, you can smoke in here. The windows in China are very interesting. They won't open any further than this, so unless you're very thin, you can't jump out the window. And guess what? We are out for dinner again tonight. Every night, eating. So these are my teammates who are going to play in the tournament. They are all from Beijing. And first time we've met. And this is the dinner before we start playing bridge. It's 6:30 in the morning. And just wandering down around the hotel. Most of the shops are closed, but as you can see, you can't tell what shop's what. So I've just bought 6 pork fried dumplings. Cost about $1.20, I guess. So just some of these cars here: Honda, Audi, another Audi. I forget what this brand is. I know it's American. We used to have one of these when I lived in Jiaxing. And what else we got? Mercedes. Another the American ones. And BMW. A lot of these shops here, like sort of massage. One of these nights, I think I'll go to one of these and just get your feet and toenails done. Tidies them right up and be as cheap as. The orange e-bikes over there, you can just rent them on your phone, go to wherever you want to go and drop them off. Very convenient. Here got a Volkswagen. They're very popular in China. In this city, this car again, very popular. So not much happening. Quite a bit of traffic on the road. And as I said, 6:30 in the morning. Disappointing that most of these shops are closed. Oh, that's my hotel. Okay, over and out. I'm outside the venue at the moment. Unfortunately, my partner's father is dying, so she has had to return to Beijing. But we are a 5-man team, so I will have a partner. I don't know which one, and we've had no discussion about system. I do have my ID badge, which has the times and schedule, and all I know is that we're starting at table 31. Oh yeah, just chaos here. So this is going to be the playing room. I think there's more than 80 teams. There's probably another playing room as well. So I need to find table 31. Oh. So all the tables have the screens and the bidding boxes. Imp screwing because it's teams, obviously. So we will start here. And I'm not sure when. Hopefully my partner will arrive soon and we can have a bit of a discussion about what we're playing. Yeah, a lot of trouble. Well, we got absolutely thrashed in the first set. This is the break before the next set, if you can hear me. Usually it's a lot louder than this, and usually people are pretty angry with each other. Anyway, can only go up from here on in. So I've just been down and got my lunch. I ordered 8 fried dumplings. These are a lot bigger than the ones that Guisha used to make. But she said she will give me 12. Cost $2, some vinegar, and God only knows what's in here. I certainly won't be putting this on them, I don't think. Anyway, that's lunch today. I must be getting more Chinese every day. So I've splashed out and got some vegetables for breakfast. Anyway, we'll see if the corn is sweet. Often in China it's not, but we'll see if we survive it. Just been to the local supermarket, a bottle of Coke, carton of cigarettes, and 2 packets of some sort of biscuit, and 2 bottles of Baijiu. Baijiu, 42% alcohol, and it costs $30 for everything. That Baijiu will knock your head off, so I guess that's me done for the afternoon. I certainly don't miss that. Yeah, this is an interesting little shop. There's a furnace in here, and he sticks these like bread things on here. There he goes. I used to like these things back in the day, but they were always a bit thinner than this. I forget what they're called now. Often see people playing badminton on the street. These two are pretty good. Oh, maybe not. I saw her yesterday. She was a very good player. So this is probably a better view of where the venue's being held. So this is across the road. This is like some hot springs. We are entitled to one free session there because we're playing bridge. And this is the complex. It's quite huge and you can only see a small part of it. So along the front here will be little restaurants. They'll be very, very expensive, and it will be very expensive to stay here. So wandering in, there's already quite a few cars here. I imagine they're the bridge players who are actually staying at the accommodation. This will be like a guard would be in there at night, I guess. And we are playing inside this building here. It's probably 8:10. I think we've got 20 minutes before we start. Everybody's filing in from the buses from various hotels. I sort of worked out I've got to walk a kilometre to get the bus. Lunchtime they'll take us back. So another kilometre for the afternoon session, and another kilometre at the end. So I'm doing 4 kilometres a day, Probably haven't walked that much in the last 10 years, really. But I probably should be doing 8 kilometres a day with the amount of food I'm eating or being offered. So that's second last day in Wu Yi. This lady's English is very, very good. It's certainly very pleasant here and relaxing. So I'm just in behind the venue complex. And at the top of that building behind this tree looks like a hot swimming pool. You just see somebody's head there. Don't know what those words mean, but a nice setting in the bushes. And this would only be a very small part of the whole complex. In China, when they build an apartment block, they build a shitload. There's 20 apartment blocks here that are being built at the same time. Okay, we're steaming along now going from Wu Yi to Jiaxing. This will only take an hour and 20 minutes because we've only got one stop in Hangzhou, whereas when I came down here we had about 7 stops. There was another train track being built right alongside this one, but these train tracks go, oh here it is, these train tracks go all over China now. It's just amazing how quickly they've established the infrastructure. So this is regarded as countryside. And the country, oh there's another track over there. They're just friggin' everywhere. So they try and stay the same level the whole way. So this one here is up quite high, and if it comes to a hill or a mountain, which we're going to be coming to shortly, they'll just go straight through because Chinese love their tunnels. They say that you can set your clock by Chinese trains, and it's so true. This one is meant to leave at 2:22, and it started moving at exactly 2:22. Not much else to report really. You can't really, although we're going about 300, oh there's a train going past. Although we're going about 300 kilometres an hour, I think we're going to go into tunnel. Yes we are. It doesn't feel like you're going that fast. And even just looking outside, it doesn't feel that fast until you have a road alongside you and you see the cars and we're just whizzing past them. Okay, hopefully, well the tunnel, these tunnels could go for a friggin' kilometre or 2. Okay, over and out. So I've just got off the train and so the station's behind me. Now there are buses over there, you can get taxis, but I'm going to go on this little machine. So the bus will cost me about 40 cents if I go in the bus, and if I take a taxi it'll cost me $10, and this is going to cost me 40 cents. Oh yes, okay. Oh, even got power for the phone. What do you know? Well, I've arrived back in Jiaxing, checked into the same hotel I was at before, and what do you know? My wife has brought my excess luggage here and done my washing for me. Oh, she was a keeper. In a park, and there's so much activity. pitch black. The lights you can see are from the road. But you will get grandma, granddad, grandkids. Wander around the park, and it's as safe as hell. Hey, Lehigh! Actually, tonight I've seen there's 2 children and they just wandered into the bridge club. But basically, you can go anywhere. I could go anywhere in the city, or anybody could. A woman could walk alone, and they're in no danger of being molested or beaten or robbed or. And I think that's one of the things I really liked about China when I first came here, was how safe it was. As I said earlier, I've never seen a fight. I'm sure they happen, and I'm sure there's murders, but I do remember when I lived here before, somebody got murdered, and it was the talk of the town for 3 months afterwards still. Unbelievable. Also remember my first girlfriend, when Spring Festival was coming, she said, I need to be careful because countryside people are very poor, and at Spring Festival they have no money. They come into town and with a big stick and will beat you and take your money. I said, wow, how often does this happen? She said, oh, it happened once about 4 years ago. I said, don't worry, that happens every night in Auckland. I'm now in it's not a small restaurant, but it's a bit flashier than some of the ones I usually go to. A lot of rubbish on the floor. And it's lunchtime over here, and I've ordered like sweet and sour pork with rice, and it's got rice with it. It'll be quite a big serving, I imagine. Probably do me 2 meals. And they brought me some sunflower seeds for me to munch on while I'm waiting. And obviously can smoke in here, no problem. So basically when the meals are finished here, I mean there's a lot of rubbish on the table. And any rubbish they usually just shove it on the floor and then clean it up off the floor afterwards. But turnover's pretty quick. One table's already left from when I first got here, and I'd say these ones are not far away from finishing up as well. I came in here not really knowing what they served, but I could see at the first table something looked very delicious, so that's what I've ordered. Pretty sure it's sweet and sour pork, but that's how I used to order in the old days. Just ask the people which one is delicious, and their tastes are obviously different to me, but they sort of like interacting with foreigners. All the traffic lights here are done by timer, so you know sort of how long you got to wait. Well, I got my lunch. It feels pretty heavy. It'll definitely be 2 meals. It costs $10. So my hotel is just across the road here. And this is a bit of a small park, and they do their parks very beautifully. Let's go for a bit of a stroll over here. Looks like there's a bit of a river, but nobody here. Everybody working. So I'm sure there's a bit of a river here. It'll be dirty as, but this is China. And here it is. Some willows. Oh, somebody fishing. Yoma? Small one. Shower, okay. He caught a small fish, that's all. And now I'm going to wander back to the hotel and have some delicious lunch. I missed out on breakfast because although this hotel provides it, I'm not into Chinese breakfast as a rule. So I'm pretty hungry because I didn't have dinner last night either. But that'll do me good. Okay, over and out. So at the moment I'm on a bus going to meet the next student. He was about 15 when I used to teach him. He has since gone to America, studied there and he's now a lawyer. Feel pretty humble because he's coming 300 kilometres just to see me, and he didn't actually know whether he had time to get off work to do that, but he has managed to do it. So I'm on the bus, and the buses run pretty regularly, probably every 5-10 minutes max. And when I was here before, the buses, there would be standing room only, but this bus is damn near empty. I think there's 2 other people on it. They have an app for buses here, and it's the same with the taxis. It's they are in English, but the hardest part is putting your destination in there because it's all going to be written in Chinese characters. Luckily the student that I'm going to see, he sent me the location which had the Chinese words there, so I was able to copy and paste into the app. You can put the location using the map and putting where you want to go. And because when I lived here I knew the city very well, I probably rode my motorbike on almost every street that was here. I'd always take a different way home from my school, so I know the city very well about where everything is. So I am able to sort of pinpoint on the map where I want to go. But if you were sort of new in town, first time here, you would just have no show. The app's pretty good once you've got the location that you want to go to, and that the same as any sort of navigational map in New Zealand, it will tell you what bus to take and when to get off and how far you need to walk to get to the next bus. Luckily this bus is going almost directly to where I want to go. I think I've maybe got a kilometre walk from when I get off to arriving at the restaurant. It is going to be a Western restaurant. I told the young man, or James is his name, I told him not to go to anywhere fancy, just meet up for coffee would be fine at Starbucks or something. And typical Chinese, no, it's got to be the most expensive place in town. So I'm meant to meet him at 10 o'clock and I've got to be at the bridge venue at 11:30. It starts at 12, and what was I going to say? Yeah, so I should have plenty of time. And that's about all I have to report at the moment. So catch us later. This is a place called Meiwonjia. It probably opened maybe 10-15 years ago, and it was very, very popular. A lot of restaurants, coffee shops, but now almost nobody comes here because as soon as a new complex opens, everybody will go there. Oh, there's a cat. Meow, what did everybody get? What you doing? Come on. Hey, come on. Hey. So yeah, I'm on my way to the Western restaurant. Yeah, this is where Yuki's ladies' clothing shop is, but she mostly relies on return clients, and they're sort of an exclusive clientele because her prices are so expensive. I talked about going to the Western restaurant today for brunch. Now, excuse me, Western restaurants here in China they're popular in that they're expensive. So it's, but the food is not really Western style. I'll show you when I get there, because the Chinese like lots of spices and stuff on their meat, whereas it's the same in foreign countries. Unless you go to Chinatown, the Chinese restaurants are not really real Chinese food. They're altered so that we will like them, and it's the same in China. When I lived in Harbin, there was a steakhouse open that had real steak. Went there a couple of times, and 6 months later it was closed. Mostly because Chinese people feel our food is pretty tasteless, because it doesn't have the spices and whatnot on it. We used to play one night a week here when I lived here. I don't know why the Bridge Club does this. They have their own club rooms that they own, and they play one night there, and they used to play one night here, but now we're playing in a park over the other side of town. Here's another cat. What's the matter? Hey? So there are quite a few pets in China. Especially dogs now are quite popular, but they are very, very expensive. Okay, that's all for now. I'm going to hit the road soon and walk another 10 minutes and I should arrive. I'm going to be way, way too early, but I'm sure I'll find some interesting places along the way. Well, I've arrived at my destination. It's called Easy Sunny, and it's just a coffee shop, so I'm very pleased about that. It's going to open in 20 minutes, so I've got an hour before I'm meant to meet James. So don't forget, healthy eating should be about loving yourself enough to nourish your body with the best possible. Yeah, this is going to be great. So I've got 3/4 of an hour to fill in, so I'll probably wander across the street and look at some of the shops, see what they've got to offer. And there's a cleaning lady. She's probably about 60 years old by the look of her. Who knows? Could be 70, could be 50. I'm quite happy now that I've seen the place. I thought it would be a full style Western restaurant with steak and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'm very pleased. So here's a little dog wandering along, and looks like this lady probably works in this coffee shop, probably the owner. I don't know. It's mostly ladies who are wearing masks over here. I've never seen a man wear a mask, and even after 2 weeks I still haven't seen any foreigners. So yeah, I'm a bit of a superstar on the street, everybody pointing and hey, hello little dog. 早上好。对。So these people are playing mahjong outside their shop, a little cigarette and knick-knack shop, and they've been very friendly. I told them they asked me where I'm from, and I say I'm Chinese, and they want to see my ID card, my Chinese ID card. But no, very friendly. Okay, 再见. Bye-bye. So we'll just do a tour of these shops. So this is a pharmacy. Now this one I haven't been able to work out what it is. And this one is a lottery shop. So you can buy your lottery tickets here, and these are the results from the previous week or whatever of who's won what. 早上好. Ah, ni hao. Chinese don't usually talk to strangers, but maybe because I'm a foreigner, yeah, they're quite happy to talk to me. So this is a photography shop. Almost every second shop, it seems like, is either a cigarette shop or a fruit shop. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. So I guess this is a gift shop. Yep. Big Gao. I don't know what that is, so that's closed anyway. And this one, it's got pictures of yoga. So I guess, yeah, these electric bikes piss me off. So I guess it's a health and awareness sort of place. This is a butchery. The things in the packets will be dried meat. What's in the freezer? Some steamed, I don't know what they are. Who knows? Chinese will think they're very delicious, but I'm not really interested. These things scare the shit out of me because I've seen many videos of them collapsing and people going down. But, I mean, a country this size, what you see on, say, YouTube about this, would be very rare. But then I've seen Chinese workmanship too, so maybe it's not so rare after all. These are the renter bikes. You just pay for them with your WeChat. And the trouble now, and this is a rental e-bike, the problem is you need to drop them off at a location. There'll be one near my hotel, but I don't know where it is. So obviously Chinese will be no problem for them. So it was 2 degrees earlier on. It's probably up to about 4 now. And it's coming close to about 9:30, I guess. So the city's starting to come alive. This is looks like a window frame shop. And a plumbing shop. And this looks like probably cement or some sort of stuff, so like a hardware shop. And paint. And this will be a fruit shop. Yeah, their variety of fruit is amazing, really. I think a lot of the stuff is now in New Zealand, but when I first came here, there was fruit that I had never seen before in my life. So as we wander along, see the e-bikes, they've got a special road for them, but why they come on the footpath all the time, I don't know. Okay, here's a cigarette shop. I'll try and go and see if I buy some smokes. 早上好。
你好。
那个烟便宜。
哪个烟？
便宜烟。哇，750。
这个。
你
这个没货。
哎，这个没了。
没了。这个没，这个有。
这个有。Okay,
这个有，这个有，这个有。
给我这个。
这个。
对。
这个。
10块，非常贵，太贵了，12。
真的，12不会贵的，想要 OK 那。
哎呀。
想要 OK。
你说12，这个说10块。
对，这个现在涨价。
哎呀 ，we got more expensive.
挺好吃。我这个名字假的来找我。
多少钱
？12块。
12。我给你20块。
啊，找你8块啊。
好的。谢谢。
再见。
再见。这个白酒。
这个酒哪个酒？
我不知道。 他们 buy Joe
这个啊，
这个 buy Joe
这个酒40块，这个酒25块，这个酒20块，
好的
这个酒15块，
好的
这个酒超市要卖45，我们卖40，
OK
酒绝对 OK。
现在我今天我非常忙
在
so
空来，
好的好的
空来
好的
再见
再见 Yeah, it's kind of gratifying where I can understand all the things she's saying. Okay, here we have a florist. Zhao Shanghao, 现在我不想买 but 这个多少钱？
啊，
这个多少钱
158，
？158。
对，
Okay, 谢谢。158. 158 for that arrangement. So that's like 30, let's say 35 to 40 bucks. Don't know what this shop is. Yeah, no, this little shop, it's got, it's kind of like herbal things that are very, very expensive. But Chinese believe they're very good for your health, so I guess I have to trust them. Okay, this is a small supermarket which extends right almost down to the corner. And then we have another fruit shop. So that's a supermarket. They have everything a big supermarket has, basically, just on a smaller scale. And another fruit shop. And around the corner is a hotel, GTA Hotel. Now we're looking across the road. Looks like a fish shop. I'll go and investigate. So this is a gated community. It reads your number plate before you can get in. Oh. So over here, what do we have? That'll be probably a restaurant. 你在干什么？哇，非常聪明。Now this looks like a wellness centre or health clinic or something like that. 早上好，我不知道这个什么。Okay, this is like maybe like a pet shop. Oh no, it's not. It's a eating place. So you got meat down there, vegetables in the middle, and shrimps. Some fish you can take home, or if you like eating turtles, here's one for you. Looks like a shoe shop. Oh no, it's yeah, it's a shoe shop there, but it's actually a dry cleaners. I'll go and see the lady. 早上好。如果我想这个眼镜，多少钱？40块。好的。Very good. So I can get my jacket cleaned for 40 RMB, which is maybe $8 New Zealand, $10 maybe. Don't know what the shop is. CIB, this is the Industrial Bank of China. 早上好。 So basically, I say good morning to most people that are cash recycling service. What's the hell is this? Oh no, this is part of a bank. It's like a POS machine. Here's a pharmacy. Chinese love taking medicine. So pharmacies do very well. Looks like children's clothing. This one, maybe it's a beauty shop. No idea. Business hours. Again, I have no idea. It's not a barber, but must be some beauty thing. 这个什么？
我们旅游
旅游酒店啊，旅游社啊，哇，
啊，旅游社
耶，对对对。那这个商店什么？
啊，
这个什么？啊，明白明白明白。
我们去过的地方
啊，知道知道。
啊，
以前我住嘉兴8年，所以我去全部。
啊，你都去过了。
对对对。
你在这很久了吗？
什么？
你在这很久了吗？
啊，我听不懂。你不会说英文？
英文我不太会。
哎呀。So this is like a travel group, take you to some interesting places. So it's going to cost you like just over $100 to go to Disneyland in Shanghai. And
南京。
Nanjing.
哦，南京。
他们一天 one day 一天。
哦 ，one day.
Oh, okay.
Two days.
Oh, okay. 这个哪里？
杭州。
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 还有
横店。
啊，横店知道。这个张家界。
台州。
台州。张家界你没去？
啊，这里没有张家界。
哎呀，非常爱张家界。哦。谢谢你告诉我，很多东西。
不客气。
And probably electrician. Hello to you too. Small dog, but what's here? 1,000 RMB, 2,000 RMB. Well, that sounds very expensive, whatever it is. That one I don't know. That's maybe about all. Ah, here's a music shop. 早上好。你会说英文吗？你不会说英文。
一点点。
一点，哎呀 ，very good， 非常好。Here's the Chinese, whatever they're called, I don't know. Pianos, some lower things. So what's one of these cost? 他们差不多多少钱
4000多到5000多。
4000多。Okay, so about 4,000 to 5,000 RMB, so about 1,000 New Zealand for one of these. 你会
会一点。
Huh? Go, I can. I've asked her if she can play it. She's going to play something for me. Oh, a lot of procedure, a lot of preparation needed to play the thing. Wow, 非常好，厉害，谢谢。
客气。
This looks like a real estate agent. This one's shut. Okay, that's a pretty wrap of a general rundown of some of the local shops over here. So now she's made all the preparation for her fingers. She's having a bit of a practice, so good on her. You can also buy smokes in here. There's never a shortage of places to buy smokes. Okay, that's a roundup of my tour of the shops. So I've just had brunch with my friend and former student. And oops, yeah. So I've just had brunch with my friend and former student James, and we're about to walk to the Bridge Club. So this is a lake?
This is called Southwest Lake.
Southwest Lake. I thought it was called Nanhu.
Yeah, no, but it is maybe in the western part.
But this is not the main lake though, is it?
Not the main one. Not the main one.
So the main one's out there, is it?
Yeah, the main one you have to cross.
Okay.
Bridge and go straight, and it's on the left side
Other
of the
side.
road.
Yeah, the whole dragon boat races there on what festival's that?
Dragon Boat Festival.
Dragon Boat Festival. So it's very beautiful. The water's not the cleanest, but this is China. So many people live here. But just the surroundings here, very, very peaceful. No people. And very, very quiet. So we're just, James is going to walk with me to the Bridge Club where the tournament's going to be held this afternoon. And it's probably a 15-minute walk at the most. Okay, see you later. So now I've arrived at the Bridge Place. I'm on the first floor, and the man has invited me in, given me some tea, some oranges, smokes, and he sells alcohol, but very expensive alcohol. So this is Baijiu. So this is 1,199. This one's 2,199. Here's a smaller one, 1,600. So this is very elite stuff. And this is, here's a cheaper one, 158.
No.
More over here.
茶叶，
Cha yi.
哎，
Cha.
就是喝
So these are tea, Chinese tea. Again, 600, 300. 这个什么？酒？
酒，
Okay.
上面酒，
Okay. So these ones are again alcohol, 1,700. You can do the translation.
这
And
都
it's
是酒。
Trambujo. So some of them are cheaper, but you can buy a bottle. I mean, there's not much difference between the expensive ones and the cheap ones. It's just a matter of face. The more expensive you offer someone as a gift, the more Well, it just shows you I am rich sort of thing. So here's some smaller bottles, 480, 240, but I can buy the equivalent of this at about their money, about 40 RMB, 50 RMB, so about $10 or less at a supermarket for the same size. So again, it's about face, and being a foreigner, I have no face. I will buy the cheap one. And it'll be the same quality as any of the others, but it's a bit like cigarettes. You can buy them from say, $2 a packet up to $100 a packet, and it's all about face. My ones are very cheap, and I imagine the ones he's given me to smoke would be the expensive ones. So I'm here early for the tournament, and I imagine players won't start arriving for another 30 minutes or so. So he's just here entertaining me, showing me around his shop. There's only a small part of his shop. I'm still at the venue, and I've only been here 5 minutes. I'm on my third smoke. Everybody who comes in offers me a smoke, and it's very rude not to take them. So this is my partner in the middle of the three of them, and this is why I knew I would have to smoke when I came back to China. It's just such a big part of their culture. Well, this is hardly a tournament. There's only 2 tables. But the owner of the place, who owns the alcohol shop below, is taking us all out for dinner afterwards. So all I know is my partner is trying to get people to take bets with him. He thinks we will win. So there's a lot of friendly banter going on here. Yeah, pretty disappointing, but this is just some of the local people from the club that are playing today. Oh, here's the boss, here's the Lao Ban.
学都没学过的都是你说得来的。
好久没有手工积分了，当时给人家写功课了，好久没有手工写了。首先你这个分数记得对，
啊，这你慢啊。
但我也没关系，这个
那不怎么
他又没有
超越了了。
他没有的呀。
本来我打方块，最后一张是方块，超一手，就你
妈的1块钱没了。
Okay, bridge is finished and now we're having a banquet. Look at the size of this bloody oyster. I've already had one and they're bloody delicious. So this is so noisy here, you probably can't hear me. So this is the boss of the alcohol and tea place downstairs, and he's hosted the event. There was only 2 tables, but yeah, a lot of fun, a lot of laughter. So he's treated us to this dinner as well tonight, and we all have to drink. Well, we don't have to, some aren't, but this friggin' baijiu. This was full and now it's almost empty. This is my one. So I'm not going to be too healthy in the morning, that's for sure. But the glasses are very small. Do we? And you have to, well, they drink it neat, so there's no mixing it with Coke or anything. It is foul tasting. So these are the hardened bridge players from Jiaxing, and my partner. This guy has been to New Zealand, he can speak a little English, but the rest can't speak at all. At least they've quietened down a bit now. So there's some crayfish. This will be ham and some vegetables together. Behind it is some frog's legs. 1 oyster left. I'll be grabbing it if nobody else does. Some green vegetables. Okay, this will be like a leg of a small pig, roasted, or whatever they do with it. There were beans there, some bamboo. Behind that is some dried fish. And then some salmon. There's a whole fish over there, and the rest of the dishes are kind of soups and with meat in it. Yeah, and there's more stuff coming. So this is probably beef. Now, also at the table, the host should be providing cigarettes, and these will be very expensive ones. The host, as far as I know, doesn't play bridge, but he's good friends with my partner, so he invited us here. And I'm sure there's many more dishes still to come, but everybody's getting full of baijiu, and they've actually quietened down a bit now. Before they were a hell of a noisy, especially these 2. So yeah, that's dinner tonight. So we're still going, and the boss is giving a bit of a speech, but he's probably drunk the most here, and he's got very red in the face, and so has this guy over here. And probably I'm the same. My partner's not red in the face because he is a hardened baijiu drinker. I am getting through mine, but I'm sort of drowning it out with water as well. The last time a lot more food has come out, by the way, but won't worry about that. And the last time I drank baijiu here was when I was in Harbin in my early days, and there were 2 Canadians, a man and a woman, and an American guy and me, and we had drunk the restaurant dry of beer, and like beer doesn't really affect me a hell of a lot. So the American and I decided we'd hit the baijiu, and the glasses were probably 3 times as big as the ones I'm drinking tonight, and we had 2 shots of it, and I can't remember anything else about the night. All I can remember is a Chinese English teacher was taking me home, and I remember saying stop for the taxi driver, opened the door and threw up.
这个我
Now, the
我现在呢，我的副业
the Chinese English teacher that took me home said apparently that I tried to take her to bed.
赚
Well,
了钱，你要必须给我
I
买。
can't say I didn't. I wouldn't have a clue, but I know if I did, nothing would have happened because I was zonked. I just crashed on the bed.
可以
Next morning, I get a call at 7 o'clock in the morning, and it's
我跟
my boss of the school. And he said, "How are you today?" And I said, "I'm fine. I actually had no hangover. I felt really good in the morning. It was 7 o'clock."
2月27号，
And he said, "Good. The American teacher's now in hospital,
但是不一定啊
and you'll have to do his classes this morning."
我也不能保证。
And so he was, I don't know, walking home, and he fell over and cracked his head open. So he was 3 months in hospital. But hopefully the night's coming to a close. I've certainly overeaten and drunk a lot more than my share. This is the bottle of Baijiu.
这是专业。
So I'll try and have a look on the way out how much it is, but I imagine it's probably a couple of thousand. And yeah, it'll be at least 42% alcohol. So you can have a try of it, not that one, but a cheaper one when I get back. They're pretty good farmers here, Colin. They can even grow wheat in whatever that is, plastic or some sort of mould. Very impressive until you get closer. So this is approximately somewhere where we're going to be playing bridge this morning and this afternoon in the tournament. Most of these buildings look empty, but it's actually quite good to see some clean water for a change. This is all in the countryside. It's just on the outskirts of Jiaxing, but you go back 10 years, there would have been nothing here but small farmers. There's a big factory across the road. Oh, there's fireworks going off in the background. Oh, just another day in China. So first, how old are you?
I'm 11 years old.
Wow. Nina? Ni tua tala? 11. So how long have you been playing bridge?
How long have you been playing bridge? 打几年了？
3 years. And where did you learn?
从你何地？何时何地？对啊。海盐是吧？海盐向阳小学。
Where's that?
海盐向阳是小学 primary school， 向阳 primary school。
So they teach at primary school here.
因为海盐
Haiyan, the island,
not the island，
eh,
是
in Zhejiang,
印浙江呀，嘉
part of Jiaxing.
呀，
Okay.
嘉兴那个区那个县嘛，I don't know how to say it in like 桐乡 like 海宁。
Oh, yeah, Mingbai. So does anyone in your family play bridge?
你家里人有谁打球的吗？父母吧。
So why did you get interested in bridge?
就说你们家里人没有打球的，为什么为什么你们喜欢打球？啊，在踢球。
Ah. 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 When I watched you, you are so confident. It's like they have no nerve. They're not scared. They're not nervous. They're just so confident.
就是你比赛的时候显得很镇定，就是没有什么东西，尤其跟对方打的时候，对吧？那个球，对吧？那个 good condition 啊。
So when you were taught, did you have a choice of precision or 2/1, or just everybody learns precision? Precision. Jinchu.
Bidding.
Yeah.
So normally natural.
But today they were playing precision. Were they?
Not precision, yeah, they are natural. 我们打自然的，对吧？呀，自然的。
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess because they're young, they think fast, they play fast, and
小学对吧？Primary school. Yeah.
okay. And okay, you learnt at primary school, so you come here today against very experienced players, and I think you do very well.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, in the future, you think you will play a lot of bridge? It's late. In the future, do they think they'll be regular bridge players?
那你们将来会不会经常打牌？ Yes or no?
Yep. Okay. Well, thank you very much for talking to me. And in New Zealand, we don't have.
You have, but you didn't found them.
No, we don't have. Maybe 17, 18, maybe, but not your age. So I come here and it's like Buchanan. Well, Bushang Sing, ni Hui play Chow Pai. But so when we ni Fei Chang Lehigh. Huh? Someone's knocking on my door. I hope it's the escort I ordered. Oh, it is. Okay, cool. Let's try this one here. And here's my breakfast delivered straight to my door.
So I managed to do this almost all by myself. Just had to get the reception to put the address in. So delivered to the door, $4 from the restaurant. Can't say fairer than that. I ordered some fried dumplings and some fried guantong bao, a couple of vinegars, and here's the bill. So it was $21, and the guy that delivered it gets $1, so 20 cents New Zealand. So they run around on their e-bikes delivering the food from the restaurant, and so you can imagine what their salary is. But just so convenient. It's the same thing now when you go to a restaurant. You just scan the QR code and the whole menu comes up on your phone, so you order everything from your phone, and just makes life so much easier. Breakfast I got lasted me through to lunch. It was very filling. So for dinner tonight I was going to get sweet and sour pork, but the receptionist, the woman at the young girl at the reception, made her stuff up and ordered me this, and so I said it didn't matter. So this is it's kind of like sweet and sour pork, but not what I wanted. This will be sliced potato with some green peppers and some rice, and I don't know, I only paid $8.90 for it, which will be this one here, but I'm sure it should have been this one. But what I wanted to talk about really was these delivery guys. Because there's a shortage of jobs over here, so a lot of people have to do this, and they work very, very hard, and it's sort of competitive too. Like I've seen up to like 10 of them waiting outside a restaurant to get an order to deliver, and as I said, like this morning, all he got would have been 20 cents. And he's had to bring it up to my room because the robot was otherwise engaged with someone else. Yeah, I just admire those guys, and it's pouring rain outside. So that's dinner anyway.